YouTube, Periscope, and the rest. All right.
Mr. Deity.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Grab your glass for that water. Get your picture of that water. Oh my God. My water has been sabotaged. Hold on. Sabotaging here. I know I poured water in here yesterday. And every last bit of my water is gone. Sasha and Gina. Real life here, Gianni joining. Hold on, family. Here, let's let the music. Drop of water. I filled it up at the end of the show. Every last drop. I mean, like I said, it's real life here, Jeremy Journey family. I want to say great Umoja to each and every last one of you. I pray that today will be as beautiful as you are. I pray that you will be able to get out there and shock the world, make some major changes. We're going to have to go and drink our water up. Then we'll get to our toast. Oh, yeah, as a matter of fact, I need the ladle, too. We're live here, Jamie Journey, man. It's going on. It's going down. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing. I will start the Justice League brew tonight. Didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. Didn't feel like doing too much of anything yesterday. Like I said, I didn't feel like doing too much of anything yesterday. I went to the Per Ankh. We did our thing. It's posted up on the Facebook page, of course. I found out that the little device that I was supposed to get in March possibly will be delivered today. I'm going to fill this up. I got to remember to fill this up. Will possibly be delivered today. So hopefully we can start getting some shots from that. And once I get paid again, I will definitely go and get me one of those stands. So y'all will be getting a different angle of Gianni Journey with this new device because it's like basically having a little cameraman. Supposedly. Supposedly. So we're going to drink this water up. And first, I want to welcome you to the congregation of Mighty. This is the place where your hustle builds muscle, also known as Gianni Journey Media. Of course, you know this is the Daily Toast, and it's a Heart of a Simba production. Strive to blow up your old paradigm. Drink up the water. But like I said, man, I had the opportunity to chill over there with the elders for, about 2 or 3 of the elders for a long time. Because there wasn't a lot of people that came out because, Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day. And everybody was gone. And that's cool. Right? That's cool. But we did what we were supposed to do. And like I said, family, it's about honor, Lord, and sacrifice. Doing what you're supposed to be doing. You can't knock that, right? So, we're going to do our toast. As usual, we're going to celebrate our ancestors. And for those that would like to add their ancestors to the list, you can get on our Black Signal list as well and be able to page Gianni Journey. Send us information about events, send us information about your ancestors, send us information through our Facebook page, or you can get on the Black Signal at 25456. You could just text GNJ to 25456. Very simple, right? Damn, spending some bucks over here. Trying to make it easy for the family. And that's what we're supposed to do, right? That's what we're supposed to do. Right? Make ourselves useful. Right? And that's what I strive to do. Now, if you're drowning in some water somewhere, you're in trouble. But if you need somebody to come climb something to pull you down or wrestle down a pit bull, possibly. I'm not as quick as I used to be, but I still got some of the moves in me, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, I could save a life. The water, I got to master the water piece. I haven't mastered the water piece. I'm not comfortable with the whole swimming thing. We have to send Kwame in the water to get your ass, but all the other shit I can handle. You know what I'm saying? But being useful, right? Being able to use my hands, being able to use my feet, being able to run from one point to another point to get a message across that can't be gotten across because all the lines are down or something. Being able to do some basic survival stuff and not only have myself survive, but also help other people along with me survive. Being useful, right? I'm able to tell stories. Being useful, right? I know some of y'all like, how is telling stories useful, right? Until you get to a place where you ain't got no goddamn TV or radio, you find out how useful that is. All right, so I'm going to open up this container I've been holding some ambrosia up in here for a little while, and this is gonna be one of the ones that I'm thinking about. Yeah, it's a little scoby growing up in here, and it's gonna be strong. Ooh, I hope I'm ready. I hope I'm ready. So I gotta bottle up some of the ambrosia downstairs. I'm gonna let it sit down there for a little while longer, and then I'm gonna bottle it up, have it ready. I got about 6 bottles here, so I fill those bottles up and let it sit. All right, so here we go. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator, and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right. Somehow, even through the lamination, my Ancestor page got wet. I don't understand that. That's madness. We salute Miles Brown, Ms. Ann Robert, the Tech Center, Davis Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Christopher, and Gaston, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Finn, Cleveland, and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown, the second, Barbara 2H, Wash Ellis, Jr., Kitty Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamal Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Falar, Montague Pimenel, No More Exipent, Maya Rob, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ageni, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Bropro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carla Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, there, Al Pulley and Lester Brother, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Reed Nelson, Mr. Patrick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Frank Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Danny Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Dick Rennerman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sir Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kelly D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Sarah Weller, B. the Farmer, Argo Soul Sue, Sheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Ida Johnson, Rosalind Carter, Joanne Thorne, Tris Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, May Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy Selman Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover here, the Prison, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Peter Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Daniel Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Harry DeVester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amatette Wilman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs, II Minute Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Bernard Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Diddy Mon Aries, Gina Rue Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West. Let me see something real quick. William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Zelda Pasigi Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson. I wonder. Excuse me, fam. I wonder. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Is that working? Check 1. Check 2. Just wanted to see. William Walter West, Nigel Paris, Elder G. Polani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John Mary Sullivan, Dory Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, on his boss to get in the box to Gwen DeFries, Canterbury, Wilson Hadley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jay Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Akabuki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, O.G. Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Ann Becker, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino, Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Melly Miller, Hosey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, President Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Kofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Bonetta, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erleton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Statton, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Greenback, Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, J.C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Maria Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Don Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshon Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Coker, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Now to the Black Book. Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Ancestor, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Sabrin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled Hassan, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, and Teresa Sambu. All right. So we raise up our glass and we salute and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on to the present moment. We are presently on Umoja. Activate those reticular formations. We're going to go out here. We're going to hunt down some Umoja today. Right? We lift up our glass, right, for this moment. Right now, for those that don't speak the language, Umoja means unity. Demonic principle, truth. The color is violet. Got on the shirt color today. Mentalism is the Hermetic law. The male name for the day is Kwojo. Female name is Ajwa. We need a Kwojo or Ajwa on the toasting team. We need a Kwojo or Ajwa on the toasting team. Looking for a Kwojo or Ajwa. So if you're a Kwojo or Ajwa, let me know so I can stop recruiting for a Kwojo and an Ajwa on the team. All right. We lift up our glass to this moment and we say, Ashe. From this moment, we move to our future generations and we toast our children, our children's children, our children's children's children, on to infinity in advance, right? And we toast them and we say, Ashe. From there, finally, we move on to all of our relations and we lift up our glass and you know what we say? We say, Ashe. From all of our relations, we move straight into that selfish toast. This is for you. What is it that you need in a moment to make yourself or bring yourself closer to your higher, your better self, right? We toast and we say, Ashe. From there, I move on and I toast the most magnificent, beautiful, inspiring, brave, intelligent individual, most talented individual in this room. And you know what it is? That's you. I toast you and I say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, family. Go on. Have a great day. I'm about to sip. It's going to be strong. Hot damn. Wow. All right. But I'm out. Y'all have a great day. Peace.